Now we come to the first pitfall. So here goes. This is, I do believe, the most challenging pitfall. It is investors. Investors, I'm not talking only in terms of whether it is equity or debt. It is investors mean people who will back you up with money when you are down. It is naive to assume that the business will continuously do well. So if somebody tells you that don't bootstrap your business or bootstrap your business, and when you prove the model, we will fund you, they are not the right backers at that stage. You need to have backers before you start off on the whiteboard that when you go through a patch, will they be able to bail you out for a short period of time? And if so, what would be the terms? The next couple of slides is all going to be about locking in these investors. I am not maybe the right person to give you advice on how to get investors, but I'm definitely somebody who can tell you that if you don't lock this in, you might be faced with the perils of literally shutting down your business or going through enormous amount of unnecessary hardship for a few dollars more and not getting the desired results of your effort. Cash is king, and business is all about making sure you have the cash to enable your customers to use your product, buy your product. So if you don't lock this in, it will be challenging for you to scale up or even do the business. There are many people who will say that bootstrapping is the best. Why do you want to dilute equity in the first round itself? My response is, the prime years for doing a business is between 25 and 45 or 50. I'm not saying that you can't do it before that, and I'm not saying that you can't do it later than that. But there is a 20-year horizon which you have. Each year is precious in these 20 years. These 20 years should be used, a large component of these 20 years should be used to fine-tune your product, to enable your imagination and your business acumen to reach the maximum number of people, to be able to build up a profitable, successful business. It should not be used for running around pillar to post trying to raise funds. The second biggest point which you need to take is that it is very difficult to raise funds when you're in a down period. So it will be better if you raise funds before you start off your company. Maybe the money doesn't need to come into your bank, but you have locked in your funding sources. You have locked in your business plan with a set of people or institutions who are willing to help you out or help the business out for a return when you're facing a down. The business mortality rate is upwards of 99%. The whole objective of all entrepreneurs is to not only to make the business survive, but to thrive and grow. And as far as my experience goes, and I've spoken to hundreds of entrepreneurs, hundreds and thousands of entrepreneurs, this is a key bottleneck. This is also a bigger bottleneck for folks who are in the developing nations. Maybe not I'm not qualified enough to speak about the Europe and the US, but in all other nations, money is a huge bottleneck. And if you don't have money, the chances of you scaling up your business to your dreams and your aspirations is lower. So invest the time. Don't be in a hurry to start off your business till you have locked in your investors. So I hope I have scared you enough or kind of shared my thoughts with you. Those of you who don't agree, I would urge you to write into me and why you feel that you don't agree. But please don't listen to people who say that money will follow ideas. It is, in most developing nations, it is the other way out. It is, ideas follow money. So, be very careful of jumping into the business without having your funding sources locked in.